Family, what's good? What's good? This is Lee for Lee Fitness Spirituality, Tarot and Astrology. For if you're watching this video on Facebook and Instagram, the complete video will be on my YouTube page. What's good? What's good, people? Today we are going to talk about the new moon in Capricorn, which is the 13th of this week, January 13th, 2021. And I want to talk about this new moon because this new moon, it's not going to be like an average new moon, okay? All new moons are normally the beginnings of new cycles, okay? This moon is the beginning of a new cycle, but it is within the old cycle, okay? Meaning that even though it is happening in the age of Aquarius, it's still carrying the Capricorn energy of 2020, okay? For guys who do not understand, listen, I know it's a new year and everybody's gearing up for new things, but it is a new calendar year, okay? It is not a new year by nature, okay? We are in the 10th house of Capricorn. We still have 2 houses to go before we actually enter the new year, which is March 20th, okay? Aries, the first house, okay? That's the new year, Aries, spring. Aries rules the spring, okay? Capricorn rules the winter. We are still in winter, all right? So we must understand that because a lot of people are off the timeline. And I'm trying to teach you guys about the real life timeline, okay? You cannot change the timeline of nature. You can't. And this is why a lot of us can't get on track and we can't figure our lives out because we're on our own time. We're not on the time of nature. That's the time you need to be on, the real timeline, okay? So let's talk about this this new moon, Capricorn, because Capricorn represents the government, and that's where the issue is right now, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how astrology and reality is what it is. So I just told you, this is the new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn represents the government. It represents authority figures. It represents the rich and famous. It represents your father. Okay? It represents men. It represents masculinity. All right? It represents your career and your long-term goals. That's Capricorn. Okay? The sun and the moon is in Capricorn with this new moon. That's the only time the sun and the moon is together, when it's in a new moon. Okay? The problem with Capricorn energy is it's in Aquarius. This moon is in Aquarius energy, and this moon is squaring Pluto, okay? Pluto is also in Capricorn. Pluto is the planet of death, permanent change and transformation, okay? Sex and intimacy, secrets, jealousy, hate, revenge, taxes, properties, loans, inheritances, okay? Your partner's resources, shared finances, okay? These planets, Pluto and the moon, are squaring, not squaring really, but opposing Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. So what does Aquarius mean? Aquarius represents the people. It represents humanitarianism, the future, technology, astrology, your hopes and wishes, okay? Separation, detachment, freedom, independence. And this is what you're seeing right now, the clash. The people, Aquarius, against Capricorn, the government. This is what you're watching right now, okay? And I always told people, listen, I'm not on here talking for myself. And I can always prove astrology, but people refuse to listen because they're stuck in their way. But the people who get me and get these videos, you're going to see that everything that I talk about, I can prove through astrology. Okay? Do you think it's a coincidence that you have Aquarius energy, which is the people, clashing with the moon in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn? I just told you what all that meant. The government, authority figures, the old regime that's about to be ousted by the people. Y'all don't see that coming, but the people are going to win. Okay? It's going to be radical change. That's what Aquarius represents. I said this in a few videos, okay? So listen, guys. This is not going to be a long video because I think I said enough for those who get it. We're going to do all 12 signs. Okay? And what this new moon can represent. Because this new moon with Pluto, guys, to me, is more like a full moon. It's going to be a lot of turmoil, especially with the people in government, the people and their jobs, authority figures, supervisors. We got to look out for this kind of stuff. So if you're having those kind of issues, relationships, abusive fathers, abusive husbands, narcissistic men, this moon is going to bring these type of issues out. And the people who are dealing with these type of people, you have to end these types of toxic behaviors and get rid of these people. This new moon is a chance to get a new beginning for everybody. Right? So, we're going to talk about all 12 signs, starting with the number 1 sign, Capricorn. Capricorn, this is your moon. Okay? This moon is at 23 degrees, guys. Anybody that's 20 to 29 degrees in your chart, especially if you are Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, this moon can be hard for you guys, okay? And that's any sign, guys. You got to know your charts. You know, if you have any air or fire in your charts, those signs I just meant, this moon is going to be more intense for you, okay? So it doesn't matter what your sign is. Look at your charts, all right? So Capricorn, this is going to be in your first house of you, your appearance, your body, your health, everything you. There's a chance to become a new person here, okay? New beginnings, a new moon. Any Capricorn people out there struggling with smoking cigarettes, drinking, having addictions, bad habits, the new moon is the time. You can put affirmations in and start a clean slate to clean up any kind of addictions or anything like that, okay? The second sign is Aquarius. Aquarius, this will be in your 12th house. And like I said, this is going to be an intense house if you're in Aquarius. The 12th house is the house of Pisces. Okay, that's a water house. So we talking emotions here, okay? Healing, closure, karma, spirituality, what's hidden in your life, secrets, you know, is always big. Again, addiction, self-sabotaging behaviors, your dreams, Aquariuses, and again, look in your chart. I'm not talking about your birthday sign. Any Aquarius people, be very alert of looking at things with rose-colored glasses, because the 12th house is illusions. You could be seeing things thinking that is one way, it is really another thing, okay? Creativity is really big for a lot of Aquarius people. You got to start listening to music, getting your thing going, especially people who are just broke up in relationships, okay? You got to be able to move on like that. Imprisonment, and that means physical imprisonment, mental imprisonment. So just be careful, Aquarians, because you can get in trouble and get locked up at this time, okay? This is a 2-week energy, all right? The next sign, Pisces, this is the 11th house, okay? In Pisces, this is a rough house for you because this is the house of Aquarius, your friends, the people you associate with, your hopes and wishes, the future, technology, okay? Separation and detachment, freedom and independence, okay? So Pisces, you could be dealing with things like that, friends and family, okay? The next sign, Aries. Aries, this particularly pertains to you. Capricorn energy, you're in the 10th house, okay, of your career, your long-term goals, your reputation, your father, men, authority figures, okay, the rich and famous. And I want to say something about this Capricorn stuff about the rich and famous. Political figures, actors, rappers can be on death watch, because I told you Pluto represents death. It's in Capricorn. The sun and the moon is in Capricorn, represents the rich and famous. And guys, keep an eye on Joe Biden, okay? Because his chart, it's something about his chart I don't like, okay? I'm just keeping it 100. If I had to look at his chart, I'm just throwing this out there. It's not a prediction. I'm just looking at his chart. I see in his chart secrets, duality, and death. That's what I see in Joe Biden's chart. And it just won't go away. I keep looking at his chart, and I see secrets, duality, and death, okay? The duality being Sagittarius. He has a 3-planet stellium there, and he has a 3-planet stellium in Scorpio. Secrets and death. I think he's going to be exposed either for some political shit, some sexual garbage, or he's going to transition. Just my opinion, all right? Next sign, Taurus, okay? That is the 9th house, okay? And that's going to be a tough house for you, Taurus, because that's the house of Sagittarius, earth, fire. That's why I said this moon, it's going to be rough on people, okay? That's the house of higher learning, teaching, okay? Philosophy, wisdom, law, religion, travel, okay? Cross-cultural relations. So, Taurus people, remember I told you guys, you got to speed up. Can't be moving all slow no more. You got to speed up for the rest of your life. Speed up, okay? Look out for cross-cultural relations. People that you meet you normally wouldn't deal with. People of other races, cultures, they could be beneficial in your life, okay? The next house, Gemini. Gemini, your year is rolling right around like last year. You're in the 8th house of sex, intimacy, secrets, shared finances, your partner's resources. So it's always that with Geminis. I don't know what's going on with that. What else? That's the house of Scorpio. So we're talking hate, jealousy, revenge, obsession, taxes, loans. Same stuff with Gemini, man. People, okay? Next house, Cancer. Cancer, 7th house of marriage. Cancer's been dealing with some tough relationship issues too. Marriage, relationships of any kind. What else? Sharing, equality, legal matters, hidden and unforeseen enemies. So be careful of that, Cancers too, okay? The next sign, Leo. Leo, we talking about the 6th house of your health, okay? Leo's been having health problems. You had that all year last year, okay? Your health, your work, your service to others, how you organize and schedule yourself, your sleeping patterns. Leos, you need to get some rest. Sleeping patterns. There could be issues with pets. You might get a new pet. Pet could transition. I don't know. Health. Told you, health, 6th house of health. We've been having that all year. Hygiene, okay? We out of here. Virgo, the 5th house, okay? Now, let me just tell y'all this. People will always tell you the 5th house is the fun house, and it is. But the 5th house contains drama, and Virgos been having dramas, especially the ones with Libras in their chart, okay? And Scorpio. Big time drama with that, all right? Fun, children, your cash money, romance, creativity, but drama as well, okay? Libra and Libras too, the 4th house. Again, y'all been in this 4th house all year. Your home, your family, your children, your emotions, your foundations, okay? Your mother and women, okay, in general, all right? Libras, y'all been getting smacked this year. Scorpio, 3rd house, okay, of the mind, the way that you think, which is a tough house for Scorpio because Scorpio is logical. I mean, practical, okay? They're not logical, okay? So when they got to do a lot of mind thinking, they overthink, get schizophrenic, okay? But that's where you are. It's the house of Gemini. It's not. So I said this moon is stressful for everybody, okay? Social media, be careful of arguing there. The internet, be careful of that, okay? Could have problems there. Your aunts, your uncles, your siblings. It is a new moon, full moon. Beginnings, endings, there could be passings there. If it is, my condolences, okay? Aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, your neighbors, okay? Short distance travel, your car, and look out for accidents, okay? Last but not least, Sagittarius, this is your 2nd house of your work, your money, your daily routine, okay? Your values, your material possessions, your habits, your ethics and food, okay? There could be losses or gains there, okay? So listen, guys, all the information will be in the video. This is Lee for Lee Fitness, Spirituality, Tarot, and Astrology. One love.